Here are 8 tips and tricks for new parents.
And I bet 80% of you have not heard the last 2.
Number 1, if you are pumping or breastfeeding, this was a tip that was given to me by another parent, and they said to drink pineapple juice and coconut water to increase milk supply. And this was obviously from somebody else who's done it before, and they said that it made a significant difference from their previous child when they didn't do it to their current child when they were drinking the pineapple juice and the coconut water. So if you want to increase, drink those, usually mixed together in kind of a little cocktail to help that out.
Tip number 2, funny breathing underneath the lungs and when to be worried about it. So we recently took a trip to the ER, and we learned that sometimes, although it looks like they're breathing really hard and it looks not as good as it should, that you don't necessarily need to be worried until the movement of the lung starts to move up underneath their armpit, and you see the movement underneath their armpits, then that's really more when you need to be worried. And I will put a video of that right now. It gets up into here and over the ribs. There's just ribs. When the breathing gets up into here, then that's the time to come back. So
this isn't technically the
retractive breathing.
But it looks like it, honestly.
And if you want to see more about that video to our trip to the ER, the link should be right up in here somewhere.
Number 3, especially obviously if you have your baby vaginally, ice is going to be your best friend. You can get ice packs that are for that, especially if you order like the Frida pack off Amazon or at Walmart or whatever. But you can also make your own using pads, witch hazel, and a little bit of aloe vera if you want, and then throwing those in the freezer. But you are obviously going to be super sore after having a baby, and if you either have those pre-made or you go out and you buy the ice packs, either way, it's going to help you a lot with your recovery, and it'll feel a little bit of relief after being sore. So
tip number 4, food train, or people bringing you food. We had people from church bring us food, but a lot of people, if they don't necessarily have a home church or not attending church, there's other ways, like you can get a food train started, make comments out on Facebook, have family and friends bring you food like the first couple weeks of having a child, and I know it helped us out a lot.
Number 5, again, if you're planning on pumping especially, I started out pumping with, a standard wall plug-in. I have the Spectra, and I love it, but it's, limits how much you can move around, and you can't really, hold your baby when you're pumping if you're using that kind of pump. So I got the Mom Cozy pumps, and they're the ones that you are that are wearable, and you just put in your bra and you just can wear them on the go. They're so nice. I can pump in the car, I can pump and I can hold him, I can pump wherever I need to and not have to worry about being stuck next to a plug-in. So I highly recommend getting something like the Mom Cozy, again, if you're planning on pumping any.
Tip number 6, Velcro swaddles. For a new parent that doesn't know how to swaddle their baby yet, they were extremely nice for the first 2 weeks. And then it seemed as we went on, he got a little older and he liked to squirm a little bit more, and they just weren't working out as quite as well as, say, a normal swaddle was. But I definitely suggest investing in a couple of Velcro swaddles, or maybe putting them on your list to get.
Number 7, if you have a boy and you decide to get your boy circumcised, afterwards you'll have to put gauze and Aquaphor on the pee-pee so that whenever you change their diaper, it doesn't rip any skin off or anything, so it keeps it nice and moist and also kind of clean and everything. So if you're gonna get your boy circumcised, I would pre-purchase Aquaphor before you have your child. because it can be kind of expensive if you just go to Walmart or Target or wherever you're going to buy it at. But if you buy it early off Amazon, same thing with gauze, you can get a larger amount of it and you can get it for cheaper than what you're going to have to pay for when you run out of it and have to run to the store, and then it gets more expensive. So pre-purchasing is a good idea if you're going to do that.
Without further ado,
and tip number 8. This one is a little unorthodox, maybe a little redneckish, but it definitely works for what it was for. This storage tub topper, the top of the storage tub, we used this for when we first brought him home. He would not pee in his diaper because I'm guessing that his circumcision was sore to get liquid on. So he would only pee after you took his diaper off. And we would put him on this when we were changing his diaper, and then he would just, like, you rip that diaper off and he would just go crazy. And so this made it really easy just to, like, stick in the shower, wash off, and then dry it off and you're ready for the next diaper change. I mean, it's cheap, you usually have one laying around, and it did the job pretty well. So these were our 8 tips and tricks. I hope you guys enjoyed.